Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Triple H is the Chief Content Officer of WWE, but the game is also heavily involved in television storylines. Recently, the King of Kings played a significant role in the ongoing feud between Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. This involvement escalated further when KO and Triple H engaged in a heated physical altercation during the off-air moments of Saturday night's main event. In this article, we will discuss 3 possible directions for Triple H as an on-screen character in the Stanford-based promotion. The game has been deeply involved in the ongoing storyline between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. If WWE intends to keep Triple H as an on-screen character, one potential direction could be extending his involvement to other major feuds. This could be accomplished by incorporating an angle where a senior authority figure steps in to restore order or settle disputes. Overall, the Chief Content Officer would continue playing an authoritative role, but this time as a consistent on-screen presence. Including Triple H in active storylines would not only add depth to the narratives, but also draw more attention from the WWE Universe. WWE Raw is gearing up for its highly anticipated Netflix debut, and fan excitement seems to be at an all-time high. Surprises and unexpected twists are expected to unfold during this monumental event. One potential way to utilize Triple H as an on-screen character could be by announcing him as the new general manager of the Red brand. It could be revealed that Adam Pearce would no longer serve as Raw's general manager, with the King of Kings taking over the role. Alternatively, Pearce could remain an assistant to the Cerebral Assassin, working under his leadership. Having the game as Raw's general manager would undoubtedly increase fan interest and add extra excitement to all future episodes of Raw on Netflix. Back in 2014, the game was actively involved in WWE as an authority figure, while also competing in the Squared Circle. At that time, the CCO led a faction named the Authority, featuring prominent stars like Kane and Seth Rollins, among others. If the Stanford-based promotion intends to reintroduce the King of Kings as an on-screen character, creating a faction similar to the Authority could be a compelling option. In this scenario, the Cerebral Assassin could either form a villainous faction focused on taking down top babyfaces. If not this, he could also establish an authoritative stable designed to maintain order, reminiscent of the Authority era. The recent announcement that WWE's new Raw general manager will be revealed through Netflix is sending waves of excitement throughout the wrestling world. The partnership between WWE and Netflix has long been anticipated, and this collaboration marks a new chapter in the company's approach to storytelling and branding. It raises several questions, not the least of which is, who will be the Raw general manager? Could this be the return of the Authority? If so, that would signal the return of Triple H, one of the most iconic and influential characters in the history of WWE. Triple H's association with the Authority, the faction he co-led with Stephanie McMahon, was one of the most compelling periods in WWE's modern era. His leadership of the faction aligned him with corporate interests and marked him as one of the most hated figures in the company. However, over time, Triple H has transitioned into a more backstage role, as he continues to focus on the growth and development of WWE's NXT and overall creative direction. That said, with the possibility of his return to Raw as the general manager, fans are eager to see how Triple H's on-screen character evolves in this new role. Here are 3 potential directions for Triple H's character as the Raw general manager. One of the most natural directions for Triple H to take as Raw general manager is a return to his authority persona. This could be the rebirth of a more ruthless and power-hungry Triple H, driven by corporate interests rather than the love of the game that once defined him as a wrestler. If WWE decides to fully embrace this direction, Triple H could reassert his dominance over Raw with the same cold, calculated, and domineering presence that made the Authority so despised. This version of Triple H will utilize his corporate connections, including his marriage to Stephanie McMahon, to influence the decisions of WWE superstars and manipulate the outcomes of matches. Similar to the original Authority faction, he would likely act as the ultimate puppet master, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. As GM, he could appoint favored superstars to top spots on the card, create unfair matches that benefit his personal interests, and punish those who defy him. The return of the Authority would give WWE a chance to reintroduce one of the most iconic factions of the 2010s and would provide an excellent foil to babyface stars who are fighting against the system. Triple H's sharp mind and ruthless behavior would create opportunities for compelling storylines as he attempts to stack the odds in his favor and maintain control of Raw. Fans would see a darker, more manipulative side of Triple H, one that isn't afraid to go to extreme lengths to ensure that his reign remains unchallenged. On the opposite end of the spectrum, Triple H's character could evolve into a more benevolent on-screen figure, positioning himself as the face of the locker room and a protector of WWE's most talented superstars. While this direction would contrast with his past corporate character, it would be an interesting twist for the WWE Universe. As Raw General Manager, Triple H could take on the role of a tough but fair leader who genuinely wants to see superstars succeed, but still does so with a firm hand and an understanding of the challenges they face. In this version, Triple H would focus on elevating underutilized talent and creating new stars. He would be a staunch ally to the hardworking members of the roster, ensuring they get their due opportunities to shine, whether through title shots, high-profile matches, or championship opportunities. His on-screen persona would emphasize mentorship, as he would take it upon himself to guide younger superstars using his vast experience as both a former wrestler and now an executive to help shape the future of WWE. Triple H could even host backstage segments where he acts as a motivator, offering wise advice to the superstars facing obstacles in their careers. His role as a father figure to many members of the roster would present a stark contrast to the corporate villain of his previous role. This new dynamic would appeal to fans who have long respected Triple H for his contributions to the business, both inside and outside the ring. While still maintaining his authority as the GM, Triple H would be seen as someone who isn't abusing his power, but rather fostering an environment where talent has the freedom to grow and thrive. This direction would allow him to showcase a different side of his character, presenting him as someone who, despite his past as a heel, is now a credible and respected figure within WWE. 3. Triple H as a broken hero. The redemption arc. Another potential direction for Triple H's on-screen persona as Raw General Manager could be an emotional, redemptive storyline. This version of Triple H would see him attempting to reconcile his past actions, both as part of the Authority and as a ruthless competitor. After years of controlling and manipulating the system, Triple H could take on the role of a flawed yet determined leader who is trying to make amends for the mistakes of his past. This redemption arc would involve Triple H acknowledging his previous wrongdoings, such as favoring certain superstars over others, corrupting title opportunities, or screwing over fan favorites. Now, as general manager, he would be focused on giving everyone a fair shot and making decisions that are in the best interest of the fans. The challenge for Triple H would be proving to the WWE Universe that he has changed and that he is no longer the power-hungry villain that fans once despised. This storyline would not only humanize Triple H, but also make for compelling drama as he faces backlash from fans and even wrestlers who are skeptical of his transformation. Throughout his tenure as Raw General Manager, Triple H would work tirelessly to earn back the trust of the WWE Universe. His story could echo that of a former villain turned hero, struggling to change, but genuinely wanting to make WWE a better place. Fans would be emotionally invested in his journey, rooting for him to prove that he is capable of leading Raw in a fair and just manner. Additionally, this arc would allow for significant character growth, as Triple H reflects on his long and storied career while navigating his complex relationship with WWE's roster. His journey from villain to hero would undoubtedly be a central focus of Raw's storylines, providing both drama and intrigue that could keep fans invested for months. Triple H's potential return as Raw General Manager opens up a world of possibilities for WWE storytelling. Whether it's through a ruthless corporate overlord persona, a motivational leader for the locker room, or a redemption arc for a broken hero, WWE has a lot of creative options to explore. Each of these directions offers distinct narrative opportunities, whether it's to create more dynamic rivalries, introduce new characters, or evolve Triple H into an even more complex on-screen persona. The partnership with Netflix also suggests that WWE may be looking for fresh ways to captivate fans, whether through longer-form storytelling or an expanded multi-platform presence. Whatever direction Triple H takes as general manager, fans can be sure that his return will be a pivotal moment in the company's history, signaling new opportunities for both established and up-and-coming superstars. In the end, one thing is clear. With Triple H back in a prominent role, the future of WWE Raw is as exciting as ever.